You know what time it is? It's mime time. Ayo, Mime Timers, what's good? Welcome to another episode of Mime Time, a show where we talk about the Asian diaspora identity struggle, overcoming said identity struggle, and becoming the best versions of ourselves, self-actualization, and all that shit. This is episode number 60, and we're going to talk about selling yourself to yourself in 60 seconds. So, I'm going through The Magic of Thinking Big by David Schwartz right now. And this is perfectly in line with the content matter of the previous episode of this book called Psycho-Cybernetics by Dr. Maxwell Maltz. Check out Mime Time episode number 59 to hear me talk about that book that changed my life. I can't stop shutting up. I can't stop talking up. Excuse me. I can't stop talking about that book because it's so fucking dope, because it's so important for personal fulfillment and self-actualization and all that shit. I highly recommend you check that out first. It will give more context to this episode. And in chapter 6 of this book, The Magic of Thinking Big by David Schwartz, it's titled, You Are What You Think You Are. And David Schwartz tells you, the reader, to create a 60-second sell yourself to yourself commercial, which is basically a pep talk that you can tell yourself every day, like 3 times a day in front of the mirror. So in this episode, I share my 60-second commercial to give you ideas on how you can have your own 60-second sell yourself to yourself commercial. You get the idea, right? So first, let's go through the actual excerpt from The Magic of Thinking Big, which, by the way, I also found out about this book thanks to Hamza from Hamza Unfiltered, his YouTube channel. He's got like a huge YouTube channel, and this guy, I stumbled across his YouTube channel. Actually, my boy Sammy, shout out to my boy Sammy, he sent me a link to Hamza's video, which was one video from Hamza Unfiltered, the Hamza Unfiltered channel. It was called, anyone can make 10K a month, blah, 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 blah. And so I've been getting a lot of good resources, a lot of value out of that channel. So I highly recommend Hamza and Hamza Unfiltered. He recommends Psycho-Cybernetics, and he also recommended The Magic of Thinking Big. And so that's how I started reading this book. I'm halfway through, and so I really want to share this part of the book with you, the 60-second sell yourself to yourself commercial. So I'm going to read basically word from word an excerpt from that book, The Magic of Thinking Big, page 142 to 144. I'm just going to read this out for you because it's so good. Every day, you and I see half-alive people who are no longer sold on themselves. They lack self-respect for their most important product, themselves. These folks are indifferent. They feel small. They feel like nobodies. And because they feel that way, that's what they are. The half-alive person needs to be resold on himself. He needs to realize that he's a first-class person. He needs honest, sincere belief in himself. Tom Staley is a young fellow who is going places, and fast. Tom regularly resells himself on himself 3 times every day with what he calls Tom Staley's 60-second commercial. He carries his personalized commercial in his billfold at all times. Here's exactly what it says. Tom Staley, meet Tom Staley, a really important person. Tom, you're a big thinker, so think big. Think big about everything. You've got plenty of ability to do a first-class job, so do a first-class job. Tom, you believe in happiness, progress, and prosperity. So, talk only happiness, talk only progress, talk only prosperity. You have lots of drive, Tom, lots of drive. So put that drive to work. Nothing can stop you, Tom. Nothing. Tom, you're enthusiastic. Let your enthusiasm show through. You look good, Tom, and you feel good. Stay that way. Tom Staley, you were a great fellow yesterday, and you're going to be an even greater fellow today. Now go to it, Tom. Go forward. Tom credits his commercial with helping him become a more successful, dynamic person. Before I started selling myself to myself, says Tom, I thought I was inferior to just about anybody and everybody. Now I realize that I've got what it takes to win, and I'm winning, and I'm always going to win. Here's how to build your sell yourself to yourself commercial. First, select your assets, your points of superiority. Ask yourself, what are my best qualities? Don't be shy in describing yourself. Next, put these points down on paper in your own words. Write your commercial to you. Reread Tom Staley's commercial. Notice how he talks to Tom. Talk to yourself. Be very direct. Don't think of anyone but you as you say your commercial. Third, practice your commercial out loud in private at least once a day. It helps a lot to do this before a mirror. Put your body into it. Repeat your commercial forcefully with determination. Make your blood travel faster through your body. Get yourself warmed up and hard. That was me. That wasn't in the book. David Schwartz didn't say and hard. Fourth, read your commercial silently several times every day. Read it before you tackle anything that demands courage. Read it every time you feel let down. Keep your commercial handy at all times, then use it. Just one thing more. A lot of people, maybe even a majority, may ho at this success rewarding technique. That's because they refuse to believe that success comes from managed thinking. But please don't accept the judgment of average people. You are not average. If you have any doubts as to the basic soundness of the sell yourself to yourself principle, ask the most successful person you know what he thinks about it. Ask him, and then start selling yourself to yourself. So I love this passage from The Magic of Thinking Big so much. I want to write a 60-second commercial for myself, except if I'm honest with myself, it's probably going to be longer than 60 seconds. I'll have to work on shortening it later. But for now, I'm going to mix in my current best assets, my points of superiority, as well as areas that I'm improving in so I can reinforce and realize what I want to be. And for me, myself, I'm a little arrogant in this commercial that I wrote to myself, this Mime Time commercial, because not only do I compare myself to myself, not only am I just selling myself, I'm actually comparing myself to, say, other people. Like I'm saying that Mime, you are better than other people. And for some people, that might work for you. For some people, that might not. But for me, like I find that this is intensely motivating. So I'm bringing out my darker, arrogant side in this as well, just as a disclaimer. So you'll hear it. Anyways, I'll just get into it. This is what I wrote in the beginning. I wrote down these I statements, these first person I statements, like I'm extremely competent, capable, effective, fast. I'm intelligent and creative. People can count on me to get a great job done. I know how to get shit done. I'm multi-talented. I can sing, dance, act on stage in multiple languages if need be. I know how to throw the best parties, so on, so on. I'm brave. I came back to the motherland to learn my own mother tongue. I'm a good person. I genuinely care about people. I do a lot of good in my social network. I wrote down all these things and then I turned them into the second person and I turned them into you. Like Mime, you are these things. You are a good person. You genuinely care about people. You came back to the motherland to learn your own mother tongue. I did this for the sell yourself to yourself commercialization. And when I read this out loud to myself, I really feel like I'm talking to myself. And so this is totally in line with a lot of the self-talk that I do these days. So this is what I have for now, fam. And of course, this is subject to change. And if you have any suggestions, I would love to hear it. But here we go. This is my longer than 60 seconds sell yourself to yourself Mime Time commercial. Here we go. Let's fucking go. Mime meets Mime Time. A really important person. Mime, you're extremely competent, capable, effective, fast. You're intelligent and creative. You grasp complex concepts easily and quickly. You can absorb information and ideas fast, execute effectively while immediately implementing those ideas you just learned. People can count on you to get a first class job done. You know how to get shit done. People ask you to work for them or work with them all the time because you're the best at what you do, and it's great working with you. You're 10 steps ahead while thinking 100 steps ahead. You're 10 times faster and more effective than most people in almost everything you do. You're multi-talented. You learned how to play guitar, do stand-up comedy, spoken word poetry in front of a live audience. You can sing, dance, act on stage in multiple languages. You can speak and perform in front of large crowds because you have the experience. You know how to throw the best parties that people have the best moments of their lives in, that they'll remember forever. You have a podcast that changes lives, and what you have is extremely important to say to help heal a broken world, especially the Asian diaspora community worldwide. You know how to write, especially content and copywriting that educates and adds plenty of value to the reader. Whether in text or speech, you can communicate ideas immediately and effectively. Perfect in your expression so that it adds enormous and immediate benefit to your listeners, your readers, your community. Your content is entertaining and unique, and people can't get enough of you. You're brave. You stepped into a boxing ring and got punched in the face, almost knocked out, and lived to tell the tale. You've approached beautiful women at the bar when it scared you the most. You learned how to put in eye contacts and wore them until you got eye surgery. You learned how to ride a motorcycle when it scared you. You're always overcoming your fears and taking action when most people shy away. You're one in a million. You came back to the motherland to learn your own mother tongue so you could speak the mother tongue to your mother as an adult someday. You spoke the mother tongue to your mother, a skill that 99.9% of all people on this planet take for granted that you didn't have when you were a kid. And because of that, you felt held back more than anyone else. You realized this impossible dream that you once believed you were too stupid to learn, too defective to learn. You used to believe it was an impossible dream. You used to believe beyond the shadow of a doubt that you could ever do it. In the end, that didn't stop you. You overcame decades of self-doubt and self-hate to become a more compassionate, capable person. You overcame a unique challenge most people will never truly appreciate. You're one in a motherfucking million. You thought this was hard, but you did it. Nothing can stop you. You're the best. You're a good person. You genuinely care about people. You do a lot of good in your network, for your community, for Korea, for America. People love you for who you are. You deserve the best life has to offer. You're extremely happy. You got more drive than anyone else. You're changing your life and the world for the better every day. You literally made all your most important dreams that you put your mind to into reality up until now. You're an absolutely amazing, incredible, wonderful person to have gotten this far. You can be 10 times more than that today, now, and forever. You're the best. You're the best, mime. You're the motherfucking god, mate. You're the best. You're the best. You're the best. You're the best. You're the best, mime. Motherfucking mime time. You're the best. Go fucking kill it. Okay, so this is, like I said, this is way longer than 60 seconds. So I'm going to try to write a simpler version of this. But to me, this is what success is, or at least the very foundation of success, which is believing in yourself. And I don't care if this is cheesy. Shout out to my bro On for telling me my shit is cheesy. LOL. It's real. It doesn't matter what other people think in the end. What matters is what you think. And if you're listening to this, your story is going to be different from mine. You're going to be at a different stage in your journey. And maybe you can't boast that you overcame some kind of weird, unique challenge the way that I did. It doesn't matter. This is not me, trying to make a competition of who went through harder stuff. But for me, I tell myself that story so that it serves me and it motivates me to be a better person. Actually, it's not about like me being arrogant, me thinking that I'm better than other people. Although I might say that, it's this arrogance that will propel me to do better so that I can be a more effective person in the world and to help other people. So, anyways, you'll have your own unique story and it'll be different, and that's totally okay. And you can find what works for you, what's going to be most advantageous to you. You have worth. You have a unique story, a unique challenge, and unique ways to overcome it. I believe in you, right? I don't care if that's cheesy to say. I believe in you. And I'm saying this because no one else said this to me. No one looked me in the fucking eyes and said that they believed in me. But maybe if they did earlier, like what am I owed in life really? But if someone had maybe told me that earlier, maybe I would be in a much better position in life. Maybe I could have changed and started my journey like much sooner. I could have 10x sooner in my life and all that shit. I believe in you. I don't know who you are and who's watching this, but I just want to say it. Maybe you don't need permission. But if no one else has ever told you that you're a motherfucking god or that you can become the motherfucking god, then let me be the first to say it, that I believe in you. If you're listening to this and you understand the ideas I'm saying, if you can understand what I'm saying, then like all of this applies to you. And if you don't think that's true, then let me know in the comments. Reach out to me, tell me that I'm wrong, and let's have a dialogue. But I believe in you. You can fucking do it. If you have problems with your identity because you're the only Asian kid in your neighborhood growing up, and you're an Asian adoptee, you're mixed blood or whatever, or you're a minority, you're not alone. You are alone because no one can be you. And yes, we all have our unique struggle and blah, 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 blah. But at the same time, you're not alone because I don't know, there are probably millions of us who can relate. You can have peace of mind, self love, happiness, and fulfillment, all these things that maybe at one point in your life, you told yourself lies that you didn't deserve these things. But I'm telling you, if I can do it, if I did it, so can you. If I did it, so can you. If I can believe in myself to change myself to become the motherfucking God that I am today, then I believe you too can become the motherfucking God, mate. All right. I hope you got something out of this. What do you think, guys? Am I going just fucking crazy? Is this shit mad cheesy, bro? I don't give a fuck. Actually, I mean, I do give a fuck because I would love to hear what you guys think and say honestly to me. Like, Mime, this is really intense. Like, I think you're gonna scare and alienate people away. And maybe I will, but this is just me trying to be my authentic self and find out what works and what makes sense. So I want to give you guys the best fucking value right now. For the show because I really fucking love doing this. Like, I feel like this is my life's purpose 100%. And so, in spite of all the other shit that's happening in my life right now, like, I'm really busy and I'm really grateful for it. So, I'm not complaining. But I'm telling you, I'm making the time to do this and putting out an episode every week because this shit is going to change fucking lives and it's going to be fucking dope. It's fucking dope. I believe in myself and I believe in you, whoever's listening to this, my dear Mime Timers. I fucking love you. Please, please, please share this with anyone if you know anyone who's down or they've got some fucked up trauma with their past, intergenerational trauma because they're Asian or whatever. They blame their parents for being Asian and now they wish they were white and black. I understand. Please, I've been there. Don't waste your life. Like you can become the motherfucking God, mate. You can everything in your life you want it, whether it's like money or sex or like status or admiration or just genuine human connection, like becoming a better version of yourself, overcoming your fears, like whatever it is that you want, like the petty, shallow stuff, all the way to like the grand, majestic, things of like scaling the whole Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Like, I believe we can do it. This is the best time to be in human this is the best time to be alive in human history. We can do it together. This is the Asian diaspora renaissance, and this is a renaissance for mankind in general. There's just never been more opportunities for all kinds of creative expression and ways to make money and ways to change our lives and make the world a better place. So please, 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 again, share this with your friends. I'm not selling anything right now. I might in the future. So right now, this is just like my pure passion and spirit. Nothing wrong against monetization, but like, I'm serious, guys. If this is changing your life or positively impacting it, please share it with a friend that could get something out of it. It might change their life. So anyways, my name is Mime. Thank you so much for listening. And I'll talk to you motherfucking gods next time. Mime time. All right. Peace.